Okay, now we're going to do the body. To start the body, we're going to do the legs first. So go ahead and grab your red yarn and do a magic circle of 10 single crochets. Once you've completed the magic ring of 10 single crochets, from row 2 to 3, you're going to single crochet in each of these stitches. Okay guys, so I am on row 3 and I am on the 8th stitch. So I'm heading over to the 9th stitch. And what we're gonna do is, before we finish off on row 3, we're gonna do a color change. This is so we can have a seamless transition between the red and the blue. So what you're gonna do is insert your hook on the 9th stitch, pull over, and you're gonna have 2 red on your hook. Now what you're going to do is grab the blue yarn and you're just going to position it like so. You're going to hold down the blue yarn with your right pointy finger. You're going to wrap it around your left. Now hold the blue yarn with your left middle finger. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to grab the blue yarn, pull over those 2 loops. Now we're on the 10th stitch. And what you're going to do is poke your hook on the 10th, on your 10th stitch. Flip this over and pull the red yarn. Now flip the red yarn under and pull the blue yarn. And basically, whenever you do this, this will allow for the blue yarn to be on top and the red yarn to be on the bottom. So once you've done that, you're going to put a marker on the blue. So I'm going to show you how to do the color transition one more time. Keep in mind, because you're doing the color change, your yarn will get tangled a lot. So for now, you can go ahead and keep a good amount of red to finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this much. So I kept this much of the red yarn. And now what you're gonna do is have the blue yarn under the red yarn, like so. And you're going to poke your hook into the next hole and grab the red yarn, pull over. Now you're going to flip the red yarn under and have the blue yarn on top. And what you're going to do is grab the blue yarn and pull through like so. So let's do that one more time. So now you flip the blue yarn under the red yarn. You're gonna hold it with your middle finger on the left and use the red yarn. Poke a hole, grab the red yarn. Once you have this, flip the red yarn under and use the blue yarn to pull over. There you go. And keep doing that. Flip the red yarn on top pull your hook through the next stitch, grab the red yarn and pull over. Now flip the blue yarn on top and pull over those two yarns. Okay, now we're on stitch number 9. So go ahead and poke a hole, grab red yarn, flip the red under, grab the blue yarn and pull over. Now we have the 10th stitch. Tighten up the red a little bit. Now we're at the end of row 4 and we can go ahead and insert the blue yarn on the 10th stitch, yarn over and pull through. And as you can see, this is how you get a seamless transition from 2 different colors. Okay guys, so once you're finished with row 4, go ahead and do 1 single crochet for each stitch from row 5 to row 7. And now we're done with the first leg. So go ahead and do the second leg and then I will see you then. So once you've completed the 7th row, what you want to do is chain 2. So 1, 2. And once you have 2 on your hook, you want to grab your other legs. Poke a hole through one of that. Single crochet, grab yarn, pull through the hole, and pull over. And now what you're going to do is single crochet all around. Okay guys, I'm on the 23rd stitch and we're going to do a color change to brown. And just like how we did the color change from red to blue, we're gonna get the brown yarn and pull through by holding it with your right index finger. Once you have that, you're going to take out the marker, insert, flip the brown to the bottom, blue on top, and yarn over. Now bring the brown on top and pull through. Marker it. And basically row 9 will be color change between brown and blue. So you want to cut a decent amount of blue yarn. And once you have that, let's go ahead and do the color change. So go ahead and insert your hook and you're going to grab the blue yarn, pull it under, switch, and bring the brown yarn on top. Pull. There you go. Now do it again. Insert the hook, grab blue yarn, switch, and bring the brown on top and pull brown over. There you go. So we have 2 so far. So let's go ahead and do the color change for the rest of the rows. And 24th. And right before we pull the loop, this is row 9, the last stitch before going to row 10th. We're also going to do a color change right here, and we're going to take the white yarn and loop it in. And we're going to do the color change, 3 single crochets. So let's first cut a good amount size of brown yarn. Okay, now put the white under and the brown on top. And you're going to pull the yarn, flip over. Okay. So we're going to do 3 whites. Okay, so once you have 3 whites right here, 1, 2, 3, what you're gonna do is do another color change, this one to red. So get your red yarn, attach it here, and you're gonna pull the red through that. And remember to bring your red down and your brown on top, and you're going to pull through, and that's whenever you have red and brown on the hook. Flip your brown under and your red on top and pull through. Now, because we are using 3 different colors on this specific row, your yarn is going to get tangled a lot. So we have brown cut. I'm gonna go ahead, and you can cut either the red or the white, make it long, a good decent amount. That way it does not get tangled up. And so you can continue working. So continue working with the brown and red. And you're basically going to single crochet 3 whites, and once you have that, you're going to single crochet 3 reds. And you're going to repeat that for the rest of the rows. Okay, now flip it, the colors, brown on top. Now flip the brown to the bottom, red on top, brown to the bottom, and you have to remember you already have 3 red, you have 3 red, so now it's white, and you're just gonna get the white and pull through like so. And now bring the white to the bottom and brown on top. Put your hook into the hole, pull through, bring your brown bottom and your white on top. One more white loop before we change it back to red. Okay, now let's change it to red after we have 3 single crochets of white. Okay, so we're at the very end of row 10, and for the very last stitch, you're gonna pull yarn over the white on top. So after you have 3 whites, crochet, you're gonna insert, flip the white under and bring the red on top, single crochet to bring the red on top. Now do 3 reds. So 1, 2, 3. Bring the white over on top. One. Take out the marker. 3. And we're going to do a color change, and this one is going to be for blue. So go ahead and hold the blue with your right index finger. Switch it to the left and pull through. Go ahead and mark it. And let's finish up the rest. So starting with row 12, you're going to insert the hook on the next stitch. This time you're going to use white. So bring white on top and pull through. So you have white and blue. Now you're going to bring the blue on top and crochet over. Now bring the white on top and like so, and bring the blue on top, crochet over. Do that one more time for the white. Okay, now red turn. So switch it up and bring the red to the top on the 4th stitch and yarn over. Now flip the red to the bottom and bring the blue on top and yarn over. Now flip over and bring the white to the top. Blue on top now and yarn over. Flip the blue at the bottom to the bottom and bring white on top. Go ahead and continue this for the rest of the row. Okay, so I'm on the last stitch and just go ahead and pull over the blue. That completes row 12. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and stuff a little bit of the 2 legs. You can go ahead and just stuff the red and white yarn in. Okay, so I stuffed the bottom of the legs a little bit, and now we can go ahead and continue with row 13. And for row 13, you're going to single crochet for each stitch. Okay, so I just finished row 13, and now we're gonna do row 14. And for row 14, we're going to decrease 2 times on this row. So preferably, I like to decrease it on the side of the hips. So I'll say adjust it to the hip side. So 1, 2, 3, 8. I'm gonna decrease right here because it's on the side of the hip. And then continue to single crochet on the rest until the other side of the hip. Remember, you're only decreasing 2 times on this row. This is 9, 19, 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and decrease 21 and 22. So if we decreased this row to 22, okay, on the next row we're going to decrease 4 times. So we're going to do decrease in a row on both sides. So let me show you how to do that. So 1, 7. I'm going to decrease on 7. And I'm going to decrease again on 8. Continue single crocheting. 16. On 17 and 18, I'm going to decrease. So this is 17, go ahead and decrease. And 18, also decrease. Take out the marker. So you should have 18 stitches in total on row 15. On row 16, I'm going to decrease 3 times and single crochet the rest. I did my 2 decrease on the side of the hips and the last decrease on the back of the body, which left a total of 12 single crochets on row 16. I'm gonna leave a long tail so we can sew in on the head later. Go ahead and stuff the body.